Cloud, speak in this direction as a mic, and you'll be good to go.
All right, so our game is called Rollcraft. My name is Peter. Thank you for letting me come and talk to you. We're working on a game called Rollcraft. It's an on-rails fantasy RPG, kind of based on Mafia Wars or Dawn of the Dragons for some people out in the audience who know that game. A couple of people were making it. I'm one of them. So we're making an engine. We're hoping to reskin the engine with various IP properties. And so that's something long-term vision for this game. This pitch is really a fundraising pitch. So there's some slides I'll probably skip because they're things that we know. But I thought that because we're developers, we might have some interesting takeaways from some of the slides. This one I was going to skip. You all know we want daily engagement. So what is our game about? We have free to play. It's HTML5. We got this huge immersive story, but our real difference is the HTML5. Unreal, Unity are great. We're going back to more of a throwback style of game, more on Rails narrative, and it's web-based. So we're going to try and leverage other kinds of web technologies that we can have. And of course, HTML5 needs no downloads, no installs. You just start playing. And then if you like it, you come back, you keep playing. And so we're pretty excited about HTML5 as our platform. It's a huge story. There's a ton of nodes. You go node to node to node. You fight these battles. You meet these different creatures, and you get heroes, and you grow. And the key to the game, Rollcraft, is rolling dice and crafting dice. And so the dice have faces, and the faces are the things you're getting. So if you get a dragon, it's a dragon face. You could equip it to a certain die. Then when you roll the dragon, you get the dragon effect. And the dice fun is in the combos of dice and how they work together. Different classes have different dice. We've already developed way too many dice, but it's kind of an endless, this is the endless live ops problem, is creating more dice faces, more ideas, and publishing them out. Yeah, I'm going to skip this. Discord server, we all have that. We'll play the video. Oh, curse you. Can't play the video. There's a video, but I just downloaded. Oh, what have I done? I don't know if I could play the video. I'm sorry, you guys.
Just back it out.
He's right.
It seems like it's sitting right there. It wants to play.
Maybe press escape and let's see what it record.
Let's try one more time. Why is he so far away? Yeah. Some help here. Oh, the helper here. Play the video.
I think it's linked to a Drive link. Was this a Google Slides?
Yeah.
Oh, I think because you downloaded it. But
I made a PowerPoint. We downloaded it. We gave it to Thomas. Let's get the video. It is a working game. You can play it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I guess. The business model. It's a freemium game, of course. I love seeing things like free apps with $8 purchases, 90%. Yay, that's what we like. We want free games. It's a potion economy. This is an energy gate system, so you can play until your heroes are wounded, and then you've run out of energy. You have to stop. You recover in 8 hours, and you can play more. We want people to play for 10, 15, 20 minutes, then they'll take a break. You can use healing potions that you could sell, you could win, and you could craft. And that way you could keep playing for longer. So this is a similar kind of mechanic for many games. We also have loot crates. So it's a typical loot crate economy. We're selling dice faces in gacha boxes, and people can buy the gacha boxes. So anybody who's a player can get any item in the game. And of course, we have a traveling merchant that comes around when you're getting smashed, and he will sell you potions and such like that. So it's kind of classic fantasy tropes. I think this will be an interesting slide, you guys. We're trying to publish the game to game portals. We had a lot of success with this before. I've done games on Armor Games and on Congregate, and these guys have daily players. Armor Games says 10,000 monthly active players, and it's hundreds, if not thousands, every day. They're going to Armor Games. They're looking for games to play. And Armor Games, they've played most of them. So when you talk to these portals, you say, I've done HTML5 based game. It's like Mafia Wars. It's this and that. They're very excited to have us on board. And so if you guys as indie developers are thinking about where can I put my game to get eyeballs, you might think about online portals as a place for you guys to put your games. This is what we're doing. We have agreements with 3 of these 4. Pokey has a system where you submit it, they approve it, and then they give you downloads as a test. And Pokey said, I mean, these numbers are crazy. Pokey said they'll give you 50,000 downloads a week for 8 weeks as your test. Okay, that's a real legit test. And 50,000 a week for 8 weeks is actually, you can monetize and see what kind of monetization you're getting. It's real high level type of installs if you want. And the thing with Armor Games is once you have a game that people like, I'm getting them running out of time. Oh my goodness. Once you have a game people like, you keep publishing into that same audience every week. You do, oh boy, I'm just way too much stuff for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. One thing I did want to get to was that we have a video guy, Greg Bird, and because it's HTML5 and we're on the web, we have a lot of video components that are not just cinematics, but actually blended into the game environment. And we're very excited about how that's going to be something that'll make us different from the rest of the games. Yeah. La, la. And where are we? We are going to GDC next week. Yay. Woo. We are on WeFunder, and we are now, as of this week, at 50,800. Our original demo build, we spent 16,000 on it. We're using a company out of Armenia. They have an office in the East Bay, Double Coconuts. They've been great to work with. They do all the HTML5 coding, the C# backend coding, the data coding. We've offloaded all that, and our goal is about 150,000 to finish it. They did a great job for under 20, and we're optimistic that we can do it. And I'm skipping all this, and I think I'm going to end with that. So this is our ideas, and that's Rollcraft, and I'm Peter. Thank you.
What a mess.
I was saying no, that was fine.
You got through.
Yeah, I love that it's a dice game. I love that you can make your own dice and just have a whole bunch of faces that you collect you create your own randomness. I love that idea. Great use of art. Like every single slide had something beautiful to look at. Even if it is, not indicative of what the game is going to look like. I thought it was great. Very beautiful presentation. And my other thoughts or comments is get the video working. I'll see you, Biddy. After this, try and get it working. Put it on the Google Drive. I'll put it on my laptop. I really like that you already thought about monetization for the live ops. Life of the game of being in small sessions. I really think that it is a mobile game. Like this would be great on mobile if you're going for the small session type. Cool that it's HTML5, that it can you play it on any modern web browser. But cornering to just that one market, I think for this game, if it was mobile, I would pick this up and play it a few times a day. And, earn my potions, grind through it, and it'll be a grinder, free-to-play game that I would eventually spend $1 a week on, maybe more. But, yeah, love it. Great presentation.
So I know obviously this is like an adapted deck. If you ever have time in the future, I have 60 versions of every deck I have, which is annoying, but helpful. And if you're really rushed, just click and pass through and just preset it live. So it'll just make your life easier. I can tell you're kind of
Yeah, I was actually getting kind of nervous because of the debt. And I'm usually not a very nervous person. That is true. Yeah.
No, with tech issues happen, it's so easy to get their amount. So
the good thing is I don't actually have to pitch or do fundraising. So that's been really my job. So that's the best part.
You can practice it.
Yeah. I was curious about a lot of the art is AI generated. You can kind of tell that, but I was having a hard time from really pinching in on what the game is actually going to look like. It seemed like there were kind of screenshots. And again, you had the videos. So I would see more there probably. But with this slide, I know you were talking lightly, there's other IP opportunities, but I really would have maybe dove into your specific variation of the game that you're building now before talking to other IPs, so that I didn't even get a sense of what was getting VIP when you start talking about it. But yeah, I think just like, I like that you've done a bunch of visual stuff, but like to clearly go like, this is the direction we're going. It felt like there was still a lot of AI exploration happening. And it is, and that's fine. But I could
I think you start off, you have a nice logo, nice art. It was, pretty to look at off the top. I wanted you to kind of get into what the game is like right away. I think you had another slide before that. I want you get there right away because I wasn't really sure for a little bit what the game was. And I wish the video worked, obviously. That would have been really nice. And yeah, playing this isn't your thing, pretending isn't your thing. I was going to say, if you do it again, just slow down a little bit, cut some slides out. But yeah, I think you did a fine job. You just slow down that.
Right, in full disclosure, I know Peter and known him for a long time, and I've actually seen the game and early and stuff like that. So I'm just going to give you kind of like some suggestions. The things that I think would focus on as far as like if you have to kind of cut that down to like, okay, I've got very little time to do this. The things I want to hit, something to do with the gameplay. I understand that a lot of this is basically kind of almost like a back-end engine where you can kind of like swap everything out, and now it's like a space thing, and now it's like a D&D kind of thing, so maybe kind of a highlight on that too is the fact that, especially if you're trying to get investment, is it's like it's a it's a game that you can kind of like basically reproduce with different content over and over again. That's kind of one of the biggest selling points in my mind is that you built that system, that infrastructure for reuse over and over again, which is great from the standpoint of a publisher or financing and stuff like that to be able to do something like that.
Can I ask one third question about that specifically before you down? Is like, were your plans to like release sequential stuff yourself, or were you trying to license out to other IPs?
So we would be interested in other IP, but I'm just having a blast telling my own stories, and I really want to work on these different IPs. So I really don't necessarily want anybody else's IP. I've done so many jobs where I had to work on other people's games. It's like, I'm old enough now to make my own games,
Totally.
and do it in a professional way with real budgets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, when Dungeon Crawler Carl started to break last year and Matt Dinneman was all over the news, we're like, oh, this would be a perfect vehicle for Dungeon Crawler Carl IP, boom, 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 boom. And so it would be very easy to adapt this to other IP, or this is just an engine and you plug in all the things and good night.
Cool. I just want to hear you. That's awesome.